Imagine you turn on a flashlight and the beam just oozes out. You wave your hand in front of it and nothing happens. Then, 3 seconds later, the shadow slowly glides across the wall, like a ghost arriving late to the part. Now imagine a world where headlights take hours to light the road ahead, where sunlight takes years to reach Earth, where the fastest thing in the universe is now slower than a brisk wall, because in this version of reality, the speed of light is not nearly 300,000 kilometers per second, it's 1 meter per second. Imagine if photons had to take their time, that single change would break. In our current universe, the speed of light isn't just how fast light goes. It's the ultimate speed limit. It defines how fast information can move, how fast gravity waves can ripple, how cause and effect even work. It be baked into the very structure of time and space. Now reduce it to 1 single meter per second, and reality shatters. Let's start with something simple. On Earth right now, light travels around the entire planet 7 times in just 1 second, but in this new universe, walking across your room could easily outpace a beam of light. Turn on a lamp, it'll take minutes for the light to crawl across the floor. Suddenly, you become faster than your own shadow. Mirrors, useless. By the time light bounces back at you, you've aged possibly a lot. Even small distances become comical. It takes over a minute for light to travel from one end of a football field to the other. A simple hallway becomes a slow tunnel of delayed visual feed. Your eyes, by the way, can adjust to this. Human vision depends on fast light bouncing instantly off surfaces into your retinas. In this world, every blink is followed by silence. Movement has a shadow that trails like a glitch. You never truly see the now, just echoes of moments a few seconds behind you, and all of this assumes the physics of your body can still work, but they probably can't. Because light is just one type of electromagnetic radiation, and in this world, if light moves at 1 meter per second, so does everything else in its spectra. Radio waves, X-rays, microwaves, all slow to a crawl, meaning no more Wi-Fi, no more GPS, no more wireless, anything. Cell signals limp through the environment like snails on vacation. Even basic communication becomes a logistical nightmare. Your phone connecting to a tower just 2 kilometers away. That process now takes over 30 minutes. And it's not just signals that are affect the sun. Our entire solar engine now delivers its light with a delay of years currently. Sunlight takes just over 8 minutes to travel from the sun to Earth. In this new timeline, it takes over 150 million seconds. That 10, nearly 5 years, for each photon to reach us. Imagine looking at the sun and seeing not how it looks today, but how it looked half a decade ago actually. Don't imagine looking at the sun, because you can see it. You live in stars. When the light finally arrives, it'd be out of date. Every star in the sky becomes a historical document, not a current event. You're watching the universe as it was, in deep, deep retrospection. The night sky becomes a delay display, not light years behind, but light millennia. Telescopes stop functioning the way they do now. Astronomy collapses, because the light needed to study galaxies, stars, even nearby planets, isn't here yet. Or worse, it to never come. This universe is a ghost town of light that shows up after the moment has passed. But let's just say we evolved in such conditions. Let's just say you were born into this slow light world and never knew anything else. How would humanity develop without lightning-quick percepts? We would rely on sight, or if we did, we do have to predict what we're going to see seconds or minutes from now. Imagine driving a car where the windshield only showed you what the road looked like 5 minutes ago, maybe developing non-light-based perception, like sonar or magnetic senses, or we'd be incredibly cautious about everything. Our species would be slow, deliberate, predictive, perhaps even psychic in how we plan daily life. We do build cities very differently. Schedules would run on communication timelines, not clocks. Send a message down the street becomes a task with a full-day delay. Turning on traffic lights would require pre-planning hours in advance. Our reality depends on the assumption that what you see is what is happening. But when light is nearly still, there is no such thing as now. You never see reality, you're always watching the record, and that brings up something much, much worse in this world. Relativity still exists, but everything inside it becomes monstrous. Because time dilation, how time slows down as you move faster, is based on the speed of light. Right now, it ain't subtle. To notice real-time differences, you need to move near light speed. But if the speed of light is 1 meter per second, you can literally walk across the room and start bending time at jogging speed. Your personal sense of time dilates so heavily that one step forward places you in a completely different present than everyone out. Talking to someone 10 meters away becomes an exercise in temporal napboard. Physics class turns into blackboard. Hori's class turns as be relevant. He'd be revolutionary theory. And there another layer. Energy. The thing behind stars and fusion and pretty much anything exciting also links to the speed of light. You probably heard the famous equation, and you know the one I'm talking about. Now imagine the speed limit in that equation is a crawl. Energy and mass become nearly equivalent. It takes very little mass to store a lot less energy. Powerful processes just don't work anymore. Nuclear explosions probably don't happen stars which balance gravity and light pressure at high energy. They can deploy because energy is not moving fast enough to fight gravity. The result, the universe never lights up. No stars, no galaxies, no radiation to warm planets, no fusion, no sunshine. No life as we know it in this slow light universe. Space is full of quiet, cold matter, all drifting, all unseen, all in the dark, maybe there in chemistry, maybe there in life, but not like ours. And even if intelligent beings evolved, they'd never know what the cosmos truly looks like because light is still on the way. Now, herein an interesting twist: slowing down light doesn't change how it behaves, just how fast. So in theory, we could still see, still reflect, still carry information. Just on very long timescales, visual processing becomes a task that happens over hours. You might witness a flower bloom in real time. Over a week, fireworks become events you wait a month to finish watching. And the night sky, it never current. Never now, only mema. The universe becomes a kind of moving photograph where observation is the past, and maybe that would feel so bad. Because let's be honest, in many ways that already true. Even in our own world, we always seeing the past. The light from that tree, it took just enough time to reach your eyes that technically, you're not seeing it exactly now, it's just that we assume it's close enough. But if the speed of light were just 1 meter per second, you could never be fooled into thinking the present was real. And maybe that the most haunting part of this whole life, because in a universe where light crawls, reality is always out of reach. No matter how fast you try to move, you're always behind. If you're still here after that temporal thought experiment, congratulations, you're keeping pace better than light itself. Slow down, hit that subscribe button, and feel free to leave a comment. If light was this slow, would you even want to see the universe? Until next time, stay curious, stay patient, and keep chasing the past.